Hi, Laura back again, this time talking through Belbin's team roles. Meredith Belbin studied teamwork for many years, and he famously observed that people tend in teams to assume different team roles. And he argued that effective team working requires a mix and balance of these different roles in terms of supporting task processes and team maintenance processes. Essentially, he came up with 9 team roles which were needed within teams to ensure efficiency and effectiveness. And these 9 team roles are really important because Belbin argued that by understanding your role within a particular team, you can develop your strengths and manage your weaknesses as a team member and therefore contribute to the team more widely. And a lot of team development practitioners tend to use Belbin in order to create more balanced teams. So let's go into these 9 roles. And the first one is plant. So what I've tried to do in this is give you a few benefits really of what the plant is good at and some of the disadvantages, what they might not be great at. And a plant is the person that presents new ideas and solutions. They're good at solving problems because they think outside the box and they come up with these solutions that perhaps others wouldn't have thought of. The problem with the plant is they get so carried away that they're too busy with their ideas in their head to communicate effectively. Resource investigator is the next role. Resource investigator is the one that explores new opportunities. They work well with the plant. They tend to be outgoing and enthusiastic, and they come up with new ideas. They find new ideas. But they can be too optimistic and get carried away and think, yeah, that'll work, when it won't. The next role is coordinator. So the coordinator is key for an organisation. They're the ones that clarifies goals. They make sure that everybody knows what they're working towards. They draw out the team members, they delegate work, but the only thing is they can be seen to be quite lazy sometimes, maybe offloading work, being quite manipulative and giving work to others, but doing very little themselves. If you've ever watched Below Deck, this happens with all of the chief stews every single time. The next role is the shaper. The shaper is the one that contributes drive and inspiration. They tend to be quite challenging and dynamic and really wanting to drive things forward. They thrive on that pressure and stress. The problem with the shaper is that they may be too pushy in trying to get things done and can become a little bit aggressive rather than just assertive. But you need this for things to happen, for disruption to occur. Monitor evaluator. These are the ones that objectively assess options. They're very logical and sober, strategic, discerning, but they can be overly critical. They can find fault in the details. So they're very much good at evaluating details. Team worker. Team worker is sometimes underestimated. They're the heart of the team. They build relationships, they resolve conflicts. They're very cooperative and quite perceptive in different people's moods and strengths and weaknesses. The only fault of them is that they can be indecisive. Implementer. Implementers are the ones that turn ideas into practical actions. They like to do. They plan workable strategies and then they carry it out. So they're very practical, reliable and efficient. They love a plan, they love a list. The only problem is if things go off plan, they can be very inflexible and feel very stressed out. They want to see that plan through. Completer finishers. These are the ones that search out the errors and omissions. They're very much about the minor details and they're very painstaking and conscientious. The only problem is that they can be a little bit anxious with seeing all these errors. It's very important to have a completer finisher to make sure things are completed as they should be. Specialist. Specialist, surprisingly, provides the knowledge and skills required. They tend to be very single-minded and dedicated to their area of expertise. And that's a great thing, but it can also be a problem when they become fixated on small technical details. So this can be an issue with them. But they bring the expertise we need. Thanks for listening. Those are the 9 roles. Please subscribe and check out our other courses and check us back for our next video soon. Thanks so much for listening.